Hello everyone, welcome to another video by Totality Education. Today we are going to talk about light, and this is just part 1 of the series because light is a huge topic and we have a lot to discuss. So, shall we get started? So let's get started. So what is light? You might have heard this question many times. So light is a form of energy. We all know that light is a form of energy. It can be converted into electrical energy. What is light? Light is the transfer of photons, and that's what Einstein said. So now, light cannot be produced by some objects. The objects that can produce light are called luminous objects. So let's write that. Objects that produce light are called luminous objects. Now, what about objects that do not produce light? What do we call them? Objects that don't objects that don't produce light are called non-luminous objects. So those are two types of objects if we classify them according to their production of light. So objects that produce light are called luminous, and objects that don't are called non-luminous. So that's a basic category. We all know that. Now, what can light pass through? So light can pass through certain objects, light can partially pass through certain objects, and light cannot pass through certain objects at all. So what are those three different media? So let's discuss about them. So the three different media are transparent, opaque, and translucent and opaque. So what are these objects? What are these classifications? Transparent, translucent, translucent, and we have opaque. This color's a bit dull. Opaque, UE. This color's a bit dull. Let me just make it a little bright. Yes. We have transparent, translucent, and opaque. This is the classification of media through which light can travel through. Light can travel completely through transparent. So we can show that through a small diagram. Wait, we can show that with a small diagram. So let's see. Let's say this white line is light. Put it in arrows. So this is light. Oh my god, that one's so bad. Let me erase it. So let's say this ray over here is light. It is originating from this object. So it's originating from this particular object. This object is a luminous object. So this object is a luminous object. So now this ray of light, and now we're gonna put glass in between. I'll show the glass in gray color. So I've put a small piece of glass in between. Now, does this glass stop the path of light? Obviously not. It won't. The light will pass directly through glass. So glass can be classified as a transparent object. Now, what if I put a translucent object? Translucent objects can be of any color. Let's say I put green. Now, this is a translucent object because light can partially pass through. Let me show the partiality. I'll show partiality here. I'll make the color a bit dim. light can pass partially through this. But whereas in transparent, light passes completely. Now, what if I put an opaque object, let's say wood? Wood is brown color. Where is brown? Can I find brown? This is brown, yes. That doesn't look like brown because of the green color. That's fine. Let's say this object over here is an opaque object. Okay, if I just color it over, yes. Now that looks more like wood. Now let's say this object is an opaque object. Now what will happen if this object is opaque? It's simple. Light will not pass through at all. Like wood, when light is shown at wood, it does not pass through. If it does pass through, we can see completely through wood. If light can pass through opaque objects, we can see through rooms. We can see through like everything. So we wouldn't want that, right? So that is about the classification of objects according to the nature of allowing light to pass through. Now we have discussed about objects, we have discussed about the classification of different substances, and now let's talk about the nature of light, shall we? Now let's talk about the nature of light. So how do we understand the nature of light? The best way is to observe different phenomena where light is involved and then try to understand its nature by explaining the different phenomena. So the different phenomena we have over here is a ray of light, parallel lines, parallel rays of light, a light converging, and a light converging and a light light diverging. Not a light. Sorry. So a line segment represents a ray of light with arrow indicating the direction of propagation of light. So generally we would actually show light something like this and then put an arrow here. So this is a light ray, but I'm showing it over here because I can't do that. So that is how we show light. Now when light rays appear to be coming out of a point, we call them diverging, and when light rays appear to be meeting at a point, it's called converging. So as you can see, light always travels in a straight line no matter where you go. Light is always in a straight line. So that's like that property of light is called rectilinear propagation of light. So let's learn about that now. Now here's one example. So this over here is a window. Here you can see a small blue point. Let me zoom in. You see this small blue color point. That is a hole in the window. And these white lines is the light rays, and the purple color dots you see is the dust. Now imagining the background is a dark room, and this wall has a small hole in it. You often notice that you can see the beam of light, and when you see it, it always is in a straight line, not actually like this, but somewhat like this, just like a diverging, a diverging ray, something like a diverging ray. So that is something how you would see. So we have another experiment you can perform. So it's something like, I'll show you. I'll put this aside. And the other experiment is like, you would be standing here. Oh, I'm so bad at drawing. Okay, you would be standing here, and there would be a few boxes in front of you, assuming each of these lines is a box, and each of the box would have a hole in a straight line, and then you would put a candle. I'll show candle with yellow, and then you put a candle over here. And now what would happen? You could obviously see the candle because the light is traveling in a straight line. So the light from the candle is traveling through this blue color, through the dots and reaching you. But if you move the dot a little bit up, so if you like put the dot over here, the line would just stop here. I'm not able to click Control Z for some reason. So the line would just stop over here. That's so messed up. I'll show you. So this is the candle, and these are the three boxes. That's so close. These are the boxes, and you've here and here and here. Now obviously the light would pass through over here, and after this it would stop right here because it cannot move any more forward. So that is what's happening. So now that we have learned about the rectilinear propagation of light, I would say it is the end of this video. But in the next video we will continue with the speed of light, and we will start with the topic of shadows, eclipses and reflection. Well then, thank you for watching my video. Make sure you like, share and subscribe for more videos like this. Light will be continued in the next video, so make sure you watch it. And also I will start preparing the notes for all of the videos I've sent, and also I'm preparing my website, so make sure you check that out, and I will put a separate video of me releasing the website, so make sure you watch that as well. Well then, this is a short notice, but it's fine. Well, thank you for watching, so please subscribe.